I had to stop in to tell you, I just found some bagels at Whole Foods that I can eat, and I can't believe it. I had been making bread, like slices of bread, in my own bagels, which was costing me like $5 just to cook my bagels in my oven each time I used it. And I kind of got tired having plain bread in the morning because I omitted the oven for the bagels. And I thought, let me just check to see if Whole Foods has anything that I can eat, because if anyone's going to have it, it's going to be them. Now, these are vegan. That's kind of cool, because I cut out eggs too recently and my stomach feels better. But this has no artificial ingredients or preservatives. Now, they're called Gabriel's Bakery, and they're right here in the good old homeland of Portland, Oregon. It says PDX, everything seed. Okay, now what I look for, first I go to the ingredients, because there's always something in them that I can't eat. Okay, so I start from the bottom to the top, because usually the worst things are at the bottom. So we've got yeast, salt, which I'm okay with. I would rather have sea salt, but you know, I'll get to the sodium in a minute. Onion, garlic, flax seeds, poppy seeds, sesame seeds, which with Hashimoto's I should avoid, but I mean there's very little in these things, I'm sure. Poppy seeds, sesame seeds, I think I already said that. Okay, there's cane sugar, it's brown cane sugar. I'll get to the sugar and sodium once again in a minute. Of course, water, and you've got all your vitamins, riboflavin, folic acid, thiamine. Barley flour, that doesn't bother me at all. And wheat flour. So for sodium, there are 465 milligrams per bagel. Now, I would frown on having that much sodium at a meal. I do everything I can to cut back on that, unless it's just the entirety of the meal, and that sometimes is kind of a challenge. But I only have half a bagel in the morning. I mean, look at how big they are. I can no way eat a whole bagel, because I have now a bowl of cornflakes, generic cornflakes from our local Fred Meyer, and a banana, and that seems to be working. I have my smoothie, and now half of this too I'm going to be adding to it versus a piece of toast that I made in my bread machine. Because I bought cream cheese. Philadelphia cream cheese was on sale, and I love it, but I only love it with bagels. Like, I tried it on regular bread. I made like classic white instead of French bread, which I don't like as much for toast, but I needed sandwiches this week, so it's not like I'm not going to use my bread I make in the bread machine, because I'm actually eating skipjack tuna. It'll be twice a week for my fish this week, which I really don't usually do. But it's really kind of good. I usually like albacore, but I don't eat it because of the mercury, which would be even worse for me with Hashimoto's and everything else going on with my body. So I'm using up my bread that way. I'm going to have, like, Swiss cheese has lower sodium. I also started feeling kind of gross because I was getting too much sodium, and I found out like farmer's cheese and Swiss cheese has like really low sodium. I think it's like 45 milligrams a slice versus like, I think it's 200 and something. I know lunch meat was 450 milligrams of sodium just for the sandwich meat itself on your sandwich. And I think it was 2 thin slices. So when you're done, like, I like pickles on my sandwich. Pickles are outrageous with sodium. Like these tiny little pickles I got, they're about that wide and that tall. Now, I did get them at Whole Foods, but they had everything else in it that I like. But pickles just have a lot of sodium. Excuse me. I'm sorry. So what I do is make sure I take a small one. Actually, I'm sorry, it's per amount of grams. Let me scratch that a little bit. The smaller pickles don't have the 490. It's probably, because when I weighed it on my scale, it wasn't even 8 ounces or something, or 4 or 5 ounces. So anyway, I cut down on the size to make sure it's not near the like 1 ounce for 465. So that's like probably 2 or 3 small pickles, so that's not bad. So I make sure I only do 1 pickle, not too bad of a size. Slice it up. I like it on my sandwich, so that's on my tuna sandwich with, I have my hydroponic lettuce that I grow, that my son gave me the machine for, and tomato slices and stuff like that. So the bread will be used up this week for all that. Grilled cheese and Swiss cheese is why I mentioned Swiss cheese. I'll have grilled Swiss cheese snack with tomato, so I don't have to worry about that. But now I have bagels that I feel comfortable eating. So where sodium is 465 for one of the whole things, I'll have half, so that's only 2 something. And my cornflakes hardly have any sodium in it. Milk is okay, banana's fine. Then sugar. Okay, 6 grams of sugar, so I'm only getting 3 grams of sugar in the bagels. And I usually like won't eat anything with sugar in it. But I think I was getting a little crazy on that. So I do have my scoop of ice cream just about every day, and that's probably like 2/3 of the sugar of the 2/3 cup that they have you have. It's just a small scoop. I have like a couple little pieces of, not even a square sometimes, of my 70% cacao bar, which really, really, when I'm like hitting a really bad fatigue low, just, you know, makes my whole body come back to life. And what else do I do? I have a pizza sauce that it has some sugar in it, but once again, that's like 1/3 of a cup, half of a cup per, like I do about 6 slices from like my 12-inch pizza thing. Might be a little bit bigger than that. But, so 3 grams of sugar isn't bad. So everything in here I feel very comfortable eating in the morning with the rest of my breakfast. I'm keeping it under the, 400 and something milligrams per meal. I know it's healthy for us to have about 2,300 milligrams of sodium a day, or try to keep it under. Now I try to do, low sodium, just kind of my preference. So I'm probably getting that at least half, or close to it. So, because a lot of times I don't do 400 and something a meal, because like I don't even buy spaghetti sauce anymore, because I couldn't believe it was like 400 and something grams of sodium for half a cup of spaghetti sauce. And I think, I don't feel like making my own spaghetti sauce, darn it. But I can start to feel pretty ucky when all these things start adding up. And they say, it's because you buy your stuff prepared, and I understand that, but I really was thinking, I've been kind of mostly focusing on the ingredients and not necessarily the sodium. But I already knew that processed food, the problem was sodium also, like big time. But I really didn't think to look at the spaghetti sauce. I thought for sure that if it's healthy made, that, it could even be from sea salt. So where I use sea salt, I don't even overdo that. But, so now I buy no salt. I've been buying no salt canned tomato products for a long time. So now I have to use my tomato sauce, and I make my spaghetti sauce to do whatever, dish I'm gonna make. And I get tired easy. I'm doing restorative yoga, and my body is just, I can walk now and I'm not in pain though. I just wanted to mention that to you guys today. I am not in pain when I walk. That is like a miracle. So God has blessed me with that. I'm gonna knock on wood that it stays that way. Restorative yoga is amazing. I will have to do a video with you sometime. I feel uncomfortable now to do it at this point. I'm lumped up on my yoga mat with like a couple of restorative yoga pillows. I'll share the restorative yoga pillows with you, and the restorative yoga cards I bought. They're really the place that put me on track, though I did a lot of restorative yoga and regular yin yoga with other yoga teachers. So that's kind of what really, really set me on a roll to be comfortable enough to just look at cards and know that I'm putting these pillows in the right place and my body's positioned in the right place. I'm pretty familiar with yoga. I'm not good at it, but I'm pretty familiar with it. Sarah Beth Yoga, I'm kind of on the run, so I probably won't have the time to put the links, but SARABETH yoga is really good. There's another woman that I use. She is just, I'll try to put those links in before I run out. I have an appointment. And I'll put the links to my, I already said the bolsters and stuff, and I'll try to do a couple links to the restorative yoga too. That way you'll kind of feel a little bit more comfortable. But I'm telling you, it made a huge difference. It's made a huge difference in my life. So I'm working on my arms too. I can really feel the difference in my arms. What I do is I take my sheaths when I'm in bed and tighten them, and I just go up and down and up and down, a little bit to the side and a little bit to the side, up and down. because when I'm doing restorative yoga, I'm mostly pulling my body all over, not really my arms, though I'll take my yoga belt and I'll put them around the bottoms of my feet, kind of a little bit towards my toes, and I'll sit with my legs straight up, sit down on the floor like an L, and I'll just pull on my feet to help me sit up a little straighter, and I'll lay down and do that with my feet up straight. And if you put your feet up straight on the wall too, but they have that in restorative yoga a lot, they'll already teach that. But when I'm pulling, that helps my arms. Supported penguin, if you're familiar with that, you can look that up. Instead of laying down over something, which most of us can't bend that far forward at this point in beginning yoga, just I use my wrist supports now because my wrist is still weak. But I use my wrist supports and just lean on blocks. Put my hands around blocks. Like the block will be here, and I'll hold on to the short end of it. Like they're like this, and I'll hold on right here. And push myself up a little bit. And that works my arms too. So I've been really, and even sometimes in bed, I'll just do a little bit of this. So I can see the difference coming up. I mean, it's they're fighting. I really want to share with you when I get to the point, I know I will, that the oxygen is completely reaching all the way down my arms, and I'm able to work on the muscles there. But yeah, so that's my video for today. Living positively with challenges. I hope I was helpful. I will try to share enough links. Run over to Whole Foods and get some Gabriel's bagels. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Take care. Bye-bye.